Okay, so right here is the Elgato HD60X. As you can see on the left side, there's a HDMI in, that is where your capture will be captured at. The USB-C is the power port. The HDMI out will go to your monitor or TV. So how to set this thing up, it's actually very easy. So this is a 3.0 USB cable right here. So make sure you use a 3.0 slot on your motherboard or on the top of your case if it's 3.0. So for me, I'm going to put it in the top of my case. This supports a 3.0 USB. So that's in nice and snug. Just remember the HDMI in is on the left. So if you want to capture, let's say for example, your Nintendo Switch, your first PC going into your streaming PC, or something else, or like your Xbox going into your PC and you want to stream that, you want to put that HDMI into the HDMI in port. But first, let's get this thing powered on. So USB-C will go in the direct middle, right? You'll see a blue light and then it'll turn to a steady white light, meaning that it's ready to go. So moving on to the cable input part, we'll switch this around. Now as you can see, there's a HDMI cable right here that I'm pulling out. We want to put this into the HDMI in. So we're going to capture, so we're going to do that. So that's in. Remember what I said about earlier, the HDMI out is to your monitor or TV. You want to have one end of the HDMI, if it would focus. So you want to have one end of the HDMI in the HDMI out port, and then put this into HDMI 1 or 2, whatever free slot you have on your monitor or TV. So let's go ahead and do that. There you go. Now you have your capture being transferred into the Elgato. You have your power right here, and you have your HDMI out. Okay, so you want to click the first link down in the description. This is for Elgato capture. So if you have the exact HD60X or anything higher than that in the near future, you want to go ahead and click 4K capture utility. So for me, I have the HD60X right here. You could scroll over and look at all the other ones that it supports. So all the way down to HD60S Plus and Pro and S. So we're going to press download on this. We do not want to sign up with an email, so I'm just going to press continue with download. We're going to hit save. Let that download. If you want to change this to any other folder location, feel free. You do not have to put it in the C drive. So go ahead, press next whenever you're ready. Press install. Typically, this only takes like maybe a minute or less. So, and that is pretty much it for the installation. Now go ahead up at the top right where you see the settings icon, click that. Go to recording. If you want to change your library location where everything will save at, you can just easily press change and then click on the hard drive. If you have a certain folder, you could click on a folder and press select folder. If you have a certain disk, you can just select folder there, or you can make a new folder, so on and so forth. The exact same thing with the screenshot location. So for your video encoder, you want this to be your graphics card. Do not have it to software built in. I'm not even sure what that is. I think that runs off of CPU. I could be very wrong. I'll put it on screen now if I am. If not, disregard it. It should by default go on automatic, but if it doesn't, you could click on automatic or your graphics card, whatever it may be. Now, if you want better quality videos, I would highly suggest putting your bitrate all the way up to 60. Now, in the future, it could be higher. Now, going down to the flashback recording part. So if you enable this, whenever you launch your app next time, or immediately sometimes, let's see if it does it. Okay, so it did it by itself. So what this will do, whenever you start your app, it'll start recording everything on your screen, and you could drag this, and you could drag this back So say that you missed something, you could drag it back and rewatch it while it's still recording, and you just drag it up to its current spot up at live, and this is your current. So I'll move my mouse to the left now, move it to the right, up, down. See, that's all current. Now if I want to rewatch it, I could just go like this, and it shows me exactly what I did. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and disable that so I can continue. Now, if you want to change your format, you could just click on here, and then it goes all the way up to 4K 60 FPS. Now, let's go into the mic section. So I would leave this on default. If you have a mic that goes inside of it, inside of the Elgato itself, you could click on here, and you could change that output, or input, my bad. And you could change that input. If you don't have anything, just leave this on default and ignore this tab. Going to the picture tab, you can just edit this however you want. This will edit however your Elgato will capture things. You could edit that to your liking. There's different things that you could edit. I'm not sure why you would, but it's there if you need it. Going back to the device tab, so capture device will be your Elgato, or game capture, whatever you want to call it. This will say your firmware version, your video input, your audio input, which I would highly recommend putting it to HDMI audio, unless if it starts clicking and doing weird noises, I would do analog audio, and then press apply or OK. But for me, I'm going to just leave it as HDMI. Now for HDMI color range, I would say keep that as same as input. You could expand it or shrink, test that on your own time. I have not tested them, as this has been the best for me. The input EDID mode, I would put that to merged. If you have any issues, I would try clicking on internal or display. And same thing with EDID, leave this on default. And going to the general tab right here, I would put the automatic check for updates on, because that is helpful. And Streamlink, I'm not really sure about that. I have to learn about it still. But other than that, that is everything. So let's go on over to the OBS section of the video if you want to learn how to enable it on your OBS. Okay, so once you are in OBS, I'm going to show you how to add your Elgato into here. So let's go down to sources, press the plus button, go down to video capture device, click that. Now name it whatever you want. For me, I'm just going to name it Elgato and press OK. And then you'll see it should be the first thing that pops up, if not your webcam if you have one. Now I would highly suggest you click deactivate when not showing, just so you could save your hardware from being used whenever it's not being shown. You could leave your resolution and FPS type to default if you want to, but if you want to set it to a custom thing, you could set it to whatever you want to record on. So for example, if you want to record in 4K, you could click on this one and then press OK. But for me, I'm just going to 1920 by 1080. So other than that, I hope you guys found this walkthrough pretty helpful. If you have any tips, comments, concerns, questions, anything like that, leave it down in the comment section down below. If you want to join my Discord, that's always in my descriptions. Other than that, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.